I was talking to Dookie earlier, and I told him, I said, you know, I used to yell so much then that it became normal to my kids. But I've already pulled back so far that when I yell now, everybody moving like roaches with a light. Right. Like, oh.
And I need to work on
you know
that.
what I'm saying?
Because when I yell,
it ain't nothing.
Yelling.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm always yelling.
But I believe you're supposed to grow. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I seen the picture. Shout out to my dude, Super. I seen a picture today on Facebook. I should have
big ass coat.
Yeah, like, but when you and I did it I did it not too long ago for myself. That 10-year, that evolvement is huge. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You can sit back and look at that picture and think about how much you was doing and how much you didn't care, and then I believe you can sometimes outgrow. Sometimes yourself, like, because you gotta like bring it back down. Like, hold on, who am I now? Because I knew I was trying to move better, but I lost myself trying to get better.
Yes.
And now I got to figure out like where I'm at still.
So speaking of growth, so this is where I said I might cry. I'm gonna try not to though, but
better not.
So
nobody's cried on this episode yet.
Speaking of growth, I know that I've grown because Danny, you know, I lost my mom recently.
Yeah.
And so I did not realize how difficult it was to accept help until she passed, and I was in a very dark space. So she passed November the 6th, and I was okay through the funeral the 15th. But as soon as my family left on the 17th,
it got real.
Yes, it was real. I was in this big house with just me and my husband.
Look at you.
You read my shirt.
Nah.
Oh, I'm in this big house with just me and my husband. You know, there's not 5, 10, 15 people asking me how I'm doing. What do you need? And then all of a sudden, my true friends stepped up. They were calling every day. They were texting every day. So I started avoiding. Of course, not answering texts, not answering calls. So then they started coming by. But I didn't realize how difficult it was to accept help until then, because it was my first time ever truly
getting help.
Getting it.
And it wasn't
not just
really
needing
it,
but getting it.
And you probably in the beginning didn't want to accept it because you didn't want to pull them, since you're a helper, you didn't want to pull them away from the things that they normally need. Their lives, their children's, feeding, going to work and all that stuff. So you were not reciprocating the help that they were giving you.
But that's what friends are for.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That, I mean,
but I never looked at it that way.
But truly, a friend is there not when you call, is when you need.
When you don't call. It's when you don't call. It's when you're not. It's when you're
attention.
silent. You know, noticing those things.
Yep.
Like even my friends to this day, I mean, I don't say bye. We normally hang up with call me if you need me. I mean, it's just, you know what I'm saying? And it's not even saying it like call me if you need money, because most of my friends are okay. You know what I'm saying? It's just call me if you need
Monica
me.
been stressing, like help does not necessarily mean financial.
Right, exactly.
I can tell you now, I will call Danny as soon as something's wrong. And he will sit on the phone with me for hours.
Actually, he put the phone down and let you talk.
No, he listens. Because he'll hit me with this. This is his favorite thing. Time out, time out, time out. That's when he need to get a word in. Time out, time out, time out. But there are not a lot of people I can do that with, because I'm the one that answers the calls, you know. So I can call him. But I feel like he also knows he can call me. Like, we can talk to each other about anything. Family, friends, marriage, children.
True that.
Raising kids, everything. But I can't do that with everybody. And a lot of the reason is too, not just like you said earlier, you don't want help from everybody. We agree on a lot of things. Our perception is the same. So when we speak, it's common ground.
I mean, I just like to know judgment.
Yeah, and there is none. There is none.
I would say that my close core group of friends, it ain't really no judgment. Like, we can kind of say, and we can have differences in opinions in our lives, but
and that's how it should be. Like, how am I gonna really be able to help you if I'm judging you at the same time? It's not my job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not my responsibility to judge you. Let's try to figure whatever this is out.
So King, my question to you is, how did you identify that core group of friends as a helper yourself? How did you identify that core group of friends?
Me personally,
well, he knew when he almost got me locked up the first day I ever rode with him, and I didn't kill him, that I must be a cool dude.
It actually came over time, though, honestly. Because I believe life is going to hand you situations, and you can judge it from there. My downfall is because I'm a helper. I always try to see the good in everybody. So sometimes I hold on to a lot of baggage for a long time. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, I think when you're a genuine person, genuineness is easy to see. So you might hold on to bad baggage, but them genuine guys don't ever go nowhere. Like me and Danny, we talk way more now than we probably have in the last 5 years. You know what I mean? But me and Danny in that time could go 3-4 months without talking and pick up like we just talked
right where
yesterday.
you left off.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I believe the genuineness, it tells itself. You know what I'm saying? And here lately, I've had to come to a grips with myself as growing as a man to let a lot of people go. Yeah, I mean, because it was just
one of the hardest things to do.
Because
I
mean, you've been with somebody 13, 14 years, and you got to say, you know what, they ain't best for me, or
it ain't helping.
Maybe somewhere in their life that they got to know. You know what I'm saying? That they got to come back to me, because at the end of the day, I always feel like, and nobody's perfect. I'm not saying like I'm a perfect man. But you always had the best of me, and I was gonna give it to you, regardless whether.
But I'm not getting the best of you.
I'm not getting the best of you. You know what I'm saying? So when I sit back and think about it, and you compare your pros and cons, who's losing? Am I losing or are you losing? Because at the end of the day, I always was who I was to you. You know what I mean?
Yep. See, and that's how I am when it comes to finance. I know finance ain't everything, but I used to never have an issue, money. But what it was for me, if it don't come back, I'm not gonna lose sleep over it. Yeah, but you gonna need it again. Why you needed it the first time?
You gonna need it again.
Oh, you gonna need it again, and you couldn't even pass the first test.
I was a person that would cut you off.
And this is back in the day where it's not even money. I'm giving you a way to make money, wrong or right, but all you got to do is come back.
I used to be the type person that would cut you off because you and Danny wasn't cool. But I had to learn as a man that sometimes you and Danny's faults. And whatever had nothing to do with me.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
I gotta keep myself out of that.
Hey, not me. He already know. If he ain't rocking with him, I'm not rocking with him. But that's just me.
See, it depends on the level of it.
I don't care.
Because some of it's just like, I'm not fooling with you. You ain't fooling with me. Whatever.
It takes a lot for you to even. Yeah, but it takes a lot for you to even cut people off. Sometimes you just be like, that's how they are. I'm cool. I'm done. But them other people, how you do him wrong?
Yeah, that's
how you get on his list.
But I'm just saying, but the different energies though. So you can't always just be, you know what I'm saying? Like, people deal with people differently. I use that as an example.
I know.
You just gotta learn to deal with people accordingly.
And it's a different level to how you deal with each individual too, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you might be more on a day-to-day basis with a person more than Danny is. So when they didn't see eye to eye,
he'll still be cordial. I ain't got shit to say.
I mean,
nothing.
Well, I ain't. If he can be cordial, I can be cordial.
Not a damn word.
Monica, I ask you, how do you identify your core?
Okay, so first, let's just say this. I've had the same group of friends for like 20 plus
40 years.
You know, it's always been hard for me to make new friends because
no new friends.
I'm really like the last one.
Shout out to
Drake. He really is like the last one. But it's because I am one of those people who I go in. Like, you probably trust people off the bat. You know, you go in trusting. You have to earn trust with me.
I don't
let you even get close enough to try to earn that. So with a lot of my friends, it's how open we are with each other. Like Nitra, you know, I can call Nitra right now and talk about anything, and I haven't talked to her in a week. My best friend Amber, I talk to her every day, and I don't feel like we have any secrets. It's the trust. It's the finances. We can talk about our finances. They have my Facebook passwords. They have my Instagram passwords. When I mess up, they log in. They take stuff down. I mean, we just trust each other. We care for each other's children. You know, her kids call me mom. You know, like Amber's kids will call me their other mother. When I see Danny girl, she runs to me and hugs me. She loves me. I trust them with my children. I trust them with my family, my emotions. They have my well-being. My well-being is at the center of their heart. They pray for me.
And I mean, even to get to that
but there are people who I've known my whole life that are not my core group of friends. So I deal with them on things like this. Hey, ain't talked to you in a while. You want to go to breakfast one day next month? We go to breakfast. We hug. How's your kids? How's your mom? How's your dad? And that's it, because that's the level that I have to leave them at. And it could be because I've helped them previously and they didn't appreciate the help. It could just be because they're so judgmental. It could be that they did not grow with me. So it's not that I don't fool with them at all anymore. I still keep in touch with them. I still care about their well-being, but not as close as my core. You know, and like I said, Danny is probably the last new friend that I have. I don't have people who, like, when my phone go off, I know who it is.
Boy,
I
live
know
off for 200 minutes. I know that's how I am.
I know who it is. So, and I am the most difficult of my friends. You know, Nitra has a lot of people she deal with. You know, a lot of friends, a lot of sorority sisters, everything. I don't rock with everybody. So, like, Tammy comes over. Oh, it's Tammy. You know, I love Tammy. I know Tammy. But Susie might be there, and I'd be like, I don't know her. I
have a lot of different circles too. Though.
Yeah,
and that was the point that I was trying to make. But Danny, how did you choose your core group? King, get out my mind.
Yeah, I mean,
I love it.
Well, just some backstory. I mean, in my neighborhood, number one, growing up, we was all broke. Rent was cheap. Nobody left. So you already at 15 years knowing each other by the time you out of school. But even then, there's people I've known all my life, like you were saying. And it might be just, what's up? All right, handshake. That's it.
So that's a different circle.
Different circle. You know what I mean? There's neighborhood, and then we was all in different groups. But it was things we went through and things you've proven to get into my inner circle. You know what I mean? Because I'm a weird person. It's like
might have been a person.
Gemini, because I'm a trusting person. And then I don't trust people for shit.
You damn
you know
right.
What I mean? And it's it could be at the same damn time, or I can trust you like this.
I trust you with this, but not that. Yep.
You know what I mean? I could be in my neighborhood and I trust you with my money, but I don't trust you with my life. You know what I mean? And then there could be people I trust you with my life, but you're gonna mess the money up every single time. You know what I mean? But my core, like, we've been together for a long time, and we've probably been through something serious. You know what I mean? And you've proven, like, with us, we probably do stuff a lot of people never heard of. Like, Anthony might be over here and I'm not here. It's just him, my wife, or whatever. I've been in Monica's house,
and people do.
Her husband ain't there. Nitra's not calling me like, "Why you over there?" Or I might be at Anthony's house. You know what I mean? And there's that level of trust that we've built up to where it ain't even nothing to worry about.
Man, we call each other.
You know what I mean? And situations that when me and Anthony wasn't even too many years in, not too specific, but I like, Anthony, you don't have to go. He like, nah, man, if you going, I'm going. Like that, to say that in the situation, how serious the situation was and the consequences that could arise, like that takes some body. He had kids. You know what I mean? And when you going through stuff like that, and
I'm a Cheeto.
Somebody proves who they are, just like on the bad side. If like they say, if somebody shows you who they are,
believe them.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Say that one more
And
time.
that's
When somebody proves who they are.
And see, I'm the type of person. I'm a believe.
With him saying that, I'm gonna piggyback out because we're talking about releasing yourself from people that you was kind of stuck with. People take advantage of that you too. And sometimes it takes you a while in situations that you may thought went another way, but after they show themselves and you go back and replay in your mind, you're like, that probably really didn't go the way I thought it did. You know what I'm saying? So coming to grips with a lot of it hurts, but it's the truth. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
because the truth hurts.
Like what you just said, I mean, on the dark side of this, but I know people that only hung with people because they shooters.
That's it.
You know what I mean? Only because they shooters.
Beneficial.
So if anything pop off, they got you. But once they gone, you ain't putting no money on their books.
I'm glad you said that.
You ain't gonna go visit their mama.
We gotta wrap it up.
We're gonna wrap
it up.
We're gonna wrap it up. But Jennifer said that to me before. She
and them
said,
some helpful people, for real.
Jennifer used to always say, "Do you know why you have so many friends?" She always called them the Pike Crew, because you the first one to swing. They know you fighting. They know you gonna swing. And Jennifer used to always say, which I respected now as an adult, she used to always say, I don't want to go out with them because I don't know why they fighting. and you don't care.
Yep.
I don't know if they, she fighting so and so. Did she sleep with her boyfriend? Did she steal some money out of her purse? Did she borrow her makeup?
Mama,
you don't care, Monica. All you know is that those are your friends and you loyal to them. I don't know none of them people, so I'm not going. And now as an adult, I think back on that. I don't fool with none of them people no more.
And even that, still being a helper.
So it goes back to
still being a helper.
But see, it goes back to who helps the helper. So the reason why I asked the question, you said it, King, is you have to be able to identify different people for different things in your circle that know the role that they play. Mm-hmm. That's the answer to the question, is being able to identify. With my mom passing, I was able to identify those people that I needed for different things.
But see, I also think
I never thought about it.
I think when you're a helper,
you never had to be that situation was something that you probably never thought you would have to go through.
Exactly.
And when you did, you probably thought, okay, well, I can, like when Beline's mom passed, it was me. Beline got 100 cousins, 100, but cemetery, funeral home, casket picking, me by her side, everything. Then when her father passed, me by her side, and I would still do it all over again. And this is the thing, she never had to ask me.
But it's because you wanted to.
Yeah. Yep. Where y'all at? Where y'all going? I'm bringing some chicken. Then my family showed up. At the you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, in closing, I believe when we speak of helper, and helper, I believe that, and I'm saying this genuinely, that a true friend is going to always help his friend. So the helper is within itself. You know what I mean? You don't have to tell me how your day has been. If I pay enough attention to you, when you say hello,
I already know
what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Is it a what up, bro? Hello? What up? Like, you can tell, you know what I'm saying? That don't lie. The tone of a person's voice.
You how feel the vibe from your friends. You know your friends.
You know what I'm saying? So I believe that at the end of the day, if you really want help, the only help you truly got is reflection in the mirror.
Yep. That you can expect.
But know that God puts people in place. He puts people in place, and you have a free will to choose.
Who you keep dealing
so
with.
Keep that in mind too.
And I want to say this on air. I'm sorry about your mother. I really do.
Yes.
Thank you. This is my first time really.
Hey,
and being able to talk about it.
Black woman.
Yeah, because Who Helps to Help been going on since November. When I first told her about it, she was like, "Ooh, whenever you do it, I want to be on." That's why we never did it, because I was.
Yeah, and I appreciate.
And we might have got off topic for our viewers, but if you was really paying attention, we never really did. But
we never really. We just went around.
So hopefully we helped you release something tonight.
Yeah. Monica, you got your final thoughts?
No, I don't have anything to say today because I was just very inspired by Tammi. I want Tammi to do my final thought.
What's Monica's final thought, Tammi?
Well, I just appreciate you all allowing me to be a part of this Negro Spiritual. But seriously, thank you, Danny, for waiting on me with that, because it's really been put into perspective. But again, I go back to say that it's important that you identify people in that circle for different needs that you have. You don't have to depend on one person, but you also don't have to do it by yourself. I learned that for the first time starting November the 6th. It's November okay to accept help.
Child, do you know what day that is?
It's okay to accept help.
That's my anniversary. Cut.
Hey. And on that note, this has been another bomb-ass episode of the Call Me podcast. Thank y'all for tuning in. We'll catch y'all next time.
Yeah, peace.
That was